but then they do something like this that restricts your use of VR to enjoy the medium. I don't understand it. I'm absolutely baffled by it. It's really annoying. Really annoying. Welcome, fellow Quest heads and VR nerds. This is Eyes on VR, where I'll review pretty much any VR game I can get my hands on, and I'll keep you up to date with the latest VR tech and VR gaming news as well. And today, that's exactly what we're going to do. It seems to be this way with the VR industry. You hear absolutely nothing about game releases, and then all of a sudden, 11 come along at once. So today, that's what we're going to cover. There's been a lot of new announcements for PC VR, for PlayStation VR, and for the Quest this week. So we're going to go over all of those games and see what's out there. Also, while this was a video about just the new releases that have been announced this week, Facebook and Oculus have announced a policy change for all Quest owners that is absolutely diabolical and that I do not understand in the slightest. Honestly, I'm kind of sad about it, to be honest, but we'll cover that in the video as well. So stick around to hear about that, because if you own a Quest or a Quest 2, you want to know this, because it could lead to big trouble for you, and in general, it's just a massive blow to all of us Quest heads. So it probably won't be the most uplifting end to the video, but never mind, let's get into the new releases this week. So Song in the Storm just got a PSVR trailer, but the devs do want to bring it to the Oculus Quest and the Rift later in the year as well. It's a survival game with lots of locations apparently, from forests and valleys all the way up into big mountain ranges. Your objective here is to stay alive using whatever you can to do so. You definitely get a club for crafting, so there's going to be a lot of crafting mechanics in here. If it's a survival game, there's going to be more than just hit stuff to craft. You get a bow for hunting as well, and that for sure we definitely know because we've seen these things in the trailer. According to the devs, you'll identify enemies and threats using sight, sound, and smell, and that certainly piques the old interest there. I'm very interested to see what kind of game mechanic that smell sense is going to be. It might just be a visual thing like you got in Red Dead 2 where you're following the scent of an animal, but it could be something completely new, so I'm very interested to see it. It looks like it's going to be great. I like the style and I like the hunting aspect of it. You can clearly hunt animals for food. There's obviously going to be some kind of hydration and food meters that you need to keep up with. Very interested to see it. Looks great, and it will be released later this year. Next up is Fract. Fract is a PSVR exclusive shooter from the makers of the very fun Phantom Cover Tops. It's a shooter designed all around momentum. So we're talking some Titanfall 2, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, fast-paced movement. You'll be in fast-paced shootouts on foot with free running options, also with a bunch of action sequences that include skiing action sequences. You can climb up walls really fast with climbing mechanics, and the devs say that there's no cutscenes or anything like that here, so you are in total control within these action sequences. I don't know if there's much more that needs to be said about this game. It's going to be a shooter, it's going to be crazy, you're going to be running, jumping, climbing up walls all over the place while you're getting shot at and shooting back with a bunch of action sequences. What more do you need to know? I Expect You to Die 2 has finally arrived. The sequel to the massive hit I Expect You to Die has finally arrived, and considering the success of the first one, I am not surprised at all. It was only a matter of time, and with improved puzzles, plenty of surprises, this is going to be more of the fun that you had in the first one. Not really much to say, as the game works exactly the same way. You solve the puzzles in the room you're in to save yourself from being blown up while you're a super secret agent, super spy. And that's about it. Looking forward to it. I enjoyed the first one. Can't wait to get my hands on this one as well. It's time to talk about Zenith. This is an MMO VR game, and that's really great to hear, as I feel VR can really bring MMOs to life within this medium. Clearly, this is some anime-inspired JRPG stuff right here, and that is clear to see. Seeing the combat, freedom of movement, and this fantasy world, you just think Sword Art Online Season 1 all day long, and you can see it here. Zenith is scheduled for release this year on PSVR, PC VR, and Oculus Quest. We may not have the deep dive technology of Sword Art Online, but we are starting to see the fantasy worlds from anime shows that have been around for years. And well, look what we've got up next, my fellow Quest heads. No, this is not the Doom 3 port to the Oculus Quest that Dr. Beef and his team just came out with about 2 months ago. Looks like PlayStation are jumping on the bandwagon and bringing Doom 3 to PSVR. And I'm very interested to see what extras they've implemented here, because from the trailer, it looks like there's a way to keep an eye on your health with something that's on your wrist. Now, there's no HUD here at all in the trailer, trailer. But in this trailer, more importantly, they don't show reloading. With the port from Dr. Beef that was freaking amazing, they already had pre-existing reloading animations for all the weapons from the game that was not originally in VR. So just like other ports for non-VR games to VR, you've got the freedom of looking around and movement, but you just have to press a button to cue the pre-existing reloading animation. But this trailer shows no reloading when it comes to PSVR, so we can't tell whether that's going to be the case or whether they have literally gone and redone all the animations for this game to make it like Pavlov, Contractors and Onward, because otherwise it's not going to be like that. And I think that would be a shame when PlayStation, a multi-billion national conglomerate, brings an older game that wasn't in VR into VR. You think they're going to go the distance and give you everything for that feel of VR, including those realistic reloads. But only time will tell. We will have to see what happens. Now, next up is Demeo or Demeo. Whichever, it's coming to the Oculus Quest and the Rift platforms. RPG fans unite together. This is a tabletop RPG game in VR. What I have to say though, the exciting part here is that this will be cross-platform. So not just PC VR and the Quest, but the game will also be released as a traditional PC game or a flat screen game, and it will be playable with people in VR. So they're pulling a massive No Man's Sky here where everyone can play at the same time against each other or with each other, whether you have VR or not. You can look across the table and see a person playing in VR while you are sat on your computer playing it, which is fantastic. I love that they're trying to bring the platforms together. Love it. Will I try it? Maybe, maybe not. It's not really my thing in real life, but maybe I would give this a go, especially online with other players. And last but certainly not least is Samurai Slaughterhouse, a VR hack and slash game that has jumped straight out of the pages of a manga right into your headset. Now this is super early stages, okay? This isn't one that's going to be out very, very soon, but I thought it was worth mentioning because of its fantastic art style. But a demo will be coming to Steam very, very soon, so get your katana ready and hack and slash your way to victory. Okay, so now comes the worst part. Facebook and Oculus have banned the use of cloud gaming on the Quests. So any of you out there who thought, hey, I can still play PC VR games even though I don't have a gaming PC and I have a Quest because I can use cloud-based gaming, wrong. It is banned, it is gone. Facebook and Oculus have released a statement saying that there will be none of that. The only way you can play PC VR games using a Quest is with a gaming PC. You have to be streaming the games natively off of a computer that you have. So you cannot use shadow gaming anymore. Plutosphere, which I don't believe is even out right now, who came out, weeks ago or a month ago saying, hey, look, we're here, we're gonna be a new cloud-based service for the Oculus Quest. This is gonna be awesome. These guys, screwed. And I feel bad for them because, they've got a whole business model out there for that. And now Oculus and Facebook have just said, nah, bye, see you later. And I don't understand it, because at the end of the day, if you're going to use these cloud-based gaming services, you're still going to buy a Quest to do it. So it's not like they're losing out on any money. So I don't understand what the problem is. People are still going to buy the Quest. So I don't see why they have such a problem. We were all so surprised and so thankful. I know I was so grateful to Oculus and Facebook when they introduced Virtual Desktop onto the official Oculus store after previously banning the idea to let them have people stream PC VR games from their computer to the Quest. I thought, oh wow, this is great, good for them. I even said, oh, good for Facebook, good for Oculus, proud of them, good, nice one, good job. But that's what this was about. They knew they were gonna ban cloud-based gaming, so they said, oh, we better support Virtual Desktop officially, which is such nonsense. I can't believe that they've done this. Facebook and Oculus have won over so many people, millions of people, with the Quest. It's given people the ability to use and have VR that necessarily wouldn't otherwise have that, including myself. And I'm so grateful for that. But then they do something like this that restricts your use of VR to enjoy the medium. I don't understand it. I'm absolutely baffled by it. It's really annoying. Really annoying. I think because they have the monopoly, they're the only, you know, natively supporting, you know, solo headset out there. We don't need a PC, that they can do whatever they want. They have the monopoly. So whatever they do goes. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to another headset that supports games within itself? No, of course you're not, because one doesn't exist. Eventually they will get competition, but that is not now. I think what they've done is they've banned it all so that they can introduce their own cloud-based service that you'll have to pay for in the future, and then they can go, hey look, I know we banned it, but here's our own service, so you know, woohoo, more money for Facebook or whatever. It's such a blow, and it's really not a great way to end this video, but this is something that we now have to come to terms with, and I apologize to anyone out there that is using shadow gaming or was going to use Plutosphere or signed up for any of these things, because now you can't. Now you cannot use it. I don't know how they're going to enforce this, by the way, like how will they know? But, you know, they're Facebook, they're gonna know. This is just something that unfortunately we have to come to terms with. The only thing we can hope is that they do at least introduce their own service, regardless of how stupid that is, so that we can keep doing this. Otherwise, people are going to be restricted to only what's on the Quest, not be able to experience the full, amazing immersion of VR to play things like Half-Life Alyx, unless they spend thousands of dollars on a gaming PC, which some of us do not have to spend on a gaming PC. Some of us have families and houses to, you know, it's such a blow. I legitimately, as soon as I heard, I was so disappointed and annoyed. So that's it for the video this week. Whilst we've got some great games coming out on all VR systems, some really fun announcements, I'm sorry that, you know, the end of this video wasn't very upbeat or very good, but how do you guys feel about this policy change? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more Oculus Quest, PC VR content, VR news and gaming reviews. This is Eyes on VR. My name is Rex. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Contact.
Right there. Moving it. Far right.
I see him. I'm covering. Still contact on my left.